about this map as well. There's a lot of distance between the players, and cypher likes to, you know, fight at a little bit of a distance, see how it goes before he makes a move. So we'll see if he can show us what he's normally good at. And here we go, live on Furious Heights. Currently with cypher from Serious Gaming. Got the, oh, this is, I think Cooler must have heard him, yeah, and didn't go for the railgun there. But cypher opting to kind of pressure the railgun area rather than going. And there's a one. I would say two, but at least there was a decent amount of rockets, yeah. I mean, they weren't all powerful ones, but still they did a decent amount of damage. And cypher now, he does have a chance to push onto this red armor, but he's going to be a little bit too late. And he doesn't have a railgun either to kind of snipe. So he's just going to have to defend this mega platform with rocket LG, and that can be risky sometimes.
A dangerous position there for cypher, but he got over, he picked up the mega, and this yellow armor is about to pop up for him. But looks like he may just make his way out of there. No, he won't. He'll go back for that 50.
Yeah, and he's very worried, but played it smart because Cooler's got a railgun, and Cooler's just looking to hit, you know, that distance shot. If he hits a railgun, even just one, he's going to take the advantage in terms of health and armor. And cypher's worried about that, and cypher's trying to get a railgun himself, and I think he will be getting it now. So there we go. So now we have a situation where both players have all weapons. And that's very important because now they can just play exactly how they like to.
Great first rocket there from cypher. That mega health on its platform. Rail will land. A bit of splash damage from the rockets. Well, here comes the first big fight. Cooler will move in, but look at that rocket from cypher directly hitting Cooler. Cypher backs away, but yellow armor, of course, up for grabs. He doesn't know if Cooler's still hanging around there, so has to be careful. Let's have a look over at Cooler. Yellow armor going to him, so things fairly even. The good thing for Cooler now is that he's managed to force cypher to take a different route over towards that mega health, but it's a red to come first.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think it was cypher's advantage to be over by the red armor area, which he gets, but he's also now been slightly delayed, so he's not going to get that mega. So both players have exactly the same in terms of power up in health and armor together, but every bit of armor that Cooler takes brings him, you know, in the lead. So right now, Cooler actually has advantage over cypher, even with the small amount of damage he's taken. He's still looking like he can do some damage, and that railgun's really important. That's going to win Cooler the red armor, and that's all he needs now. He knows he's got everything he needs to lock down a kill. He just needs to find his opponent, but cypher will be playing from a very distance here, and there you can see cypher in the center of the map, leaving the room, comes in to challenge, but eats two railgun shots, and that almost could have been a third, and wow, cypher has just given up too much health and armor, and Cooler is going to start picking up pace, and I'm worried for cypher here. I think first frag's definitely going to Cooler at the moment.
Certainly looks like it. I mean, this yellow armor for Cooler, well, if he didn't miss it, yeah, it would have been just 3 armor that he got from that. So, you know, that shows you how well he's holding these armors out at the moment. He doesn't know exactly where cypher is. Let's have a look. There is cypher.
Yeah, this is good for cypher. You can see Mega and Red spawning at the same time, so hopefully he'll be able to get one, but really he's too weak on armor to kind of put his neck on the line, and luckily for him, I think he's actually going to get the Mega. Nice rocket jump up, great move, and if he can leave this room, yeah, that's perfect. I think he's done really well here, and he's even back into the room, got a couple of shards, and this yellow armor will spawn soon, and that's actually given him enough health and armor to maybe put an attack on the red. I'm just switching over to Cooler, and he's just waiting out. He will take the red. cypher won't put in an attack, but such a you know, they're both looking for an advantage over each other, and so far, you know, cypher getting an advantage is just avoiding Cooler long enough.
Yep, and here we go. Cooler dropping down. There's an air rocket, and well, cypher backing away. Cooler definitely has to move out of this fight, as that mega health is on its platform. Will cypher have time to get back over? No, he won't, and he's not even going to try. He's going to stick around here and maybe head off, try and cut Cooler off in the middle of the map.
Oh, this is good. Oh, Cooler almost came through the teleporter there where cypher was spamming rockets. There comes Cooler through the teleporter. cypher hits himself. Takes a little bit of splash damage from the rocket. But he knows Cooler's below him. He's smart enough to know this is a very dangerous place to be, and you know, gets a rocket shot off, unsuccessful, sees the red armor up. He's probably just going to spam it a little bit before he heads over to the Mega. There's no reason to stay anymore now. It's going to be very dangerous. Yep, that's the sign to exit. And he's got to be worried here because Cooler can come in and actually hit another railgun, and he is looking for that railgun shot. Cypher knows it, and he gets away nicely. So great play from Cypher. You know, he did extend himself a little bit too much there, I felt, but still no harm done. And he's back in business to do another attack, maybe on the red armor area.
Oh,
maybe he's
down
sent away.
Rail will hit Cypher, and he's not going to take the fight. And this game played very tactically, very carefully. They know what's on the line here. And of course, in the series, in this best of 5, we're all tied up at 1-1 right now. And this one, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go, and still no frag. But there goes the rocket from Cypher. But again, he will back away, and he wants armor. His health is pretty stable, so the armor is more valuable to him right now than that mega health. Red armor is down there. Cooler is also watching over it, and Cypher's out of rockets as well now, which makes it a lot harder to cover that position.
Yeah, he's also out of railgun as well, so he's going to have to replenish that. He's got 100, not so bad, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep Cooler out, which is what he's trying to do. He's trying to just, keep Cooler out of Mega, but what he doesn't know is Cooler's actually backed around and gone through the top of Mega. He's even dropping down. He's going to chase Cypher, and that could have been dangerous. So Cypher got away with that one, but Cooler gets the Mega and a yellow. So once again, Cypher finds himself similar to kind of the Lost World, the first map, where he's just got an opponent who's pushing him around, and Cypher normally gets a jump on his opponents. He normally does damage, and it's very surprising for a lot of the pros when they play against him, but not so much with Cooler here.
Here we go then. Cooler maybe moving in for the first kill of the map here, and actually that rocket was great. Red armor still under contention. Cooler will take it away, and Cypher will back away as well. Mega health up in 5 seconds. It looks like Cooler's going to go thundering through into that mega health room, and Cypher's dropped down to that lower level, comes in aggressive with the LG. He's going to stay for the fight. That rocket was good. LG coming out. Who's going to come out on top? It is Cypher with 23 HP. Mega health spawns. Red's up in a couple of seconds. He's not going to go right in there, but he's going to go for the shot. And unfortunately for Cypher, he misses, and Cooler did damage onto him as well.
Yeah, brilliant from Cypher to actually get that kill. The main reason was he actually, his dodging, he walked towards Cooler. At the same time, Cooler wanted to fire a rocket, and then when he did, he just backed off and just had 3 LG hits. So pretty amazing stuff from Cypher. But off the spawn, Cooler, I think, got the better situation. It seems like he's a little bit stronger than Cypher by about roughly 40 armor. He's also now going to make that 140 armor as he picks up a red. But Cypher did get on the Mega. But Cypher is by no means in control of the game. He may have the 1-point lead, which puts him in control of the scoreboard, but still, the players are once again even. So we're going to see a very kind of similar style that we've seen, very kind of stalemate, just trying to, get any advantage you can. As that Cypher drops down, he takes too much damage here. And I think Cooler knows this is a great time to attack Mega. If he does, Cypher will have to probably leave, and that's a bad place for Cypher to be. Cooler's going to come in with the rockets, and Cypher knows he's got to leave. He's actually just trying to stay a little bit, spam some rockets, and rocket jumps up behind Cooler. Oh, gets knocked off. LG to rail, and that was a risky move. I was expecting him to leave and go take the yellow armor over by the railgun where we see, but he did want to stay. The rocket jump was successful in terms of surprising Cooler, but it didn't work out in his favor. So Cooler right now brings us to a 1-1 game, making sure this red armor is nicely off-timed. Got a good 10 seconds between red and Mega, and I think Cypher's got to force an overtime here. I'm not sure. He doesn't. I don't think Cypher has a railgun to fight back at long range. Oh, what a rocket there from Cooler. Cypher is in trouble here, and he will actually get himself out of that fight down below Cooler. Mega health is on its platform. Cooler knows that Cypher's still there, and look at that for an aggressive move from Cypher straight through. Yeah, he's now trapped in there. There was no way he was getting out once he went back up into that position. I mean, he could have actually left, gone towards Mega. Look at this, 1-2, great rockets. And there's a third, 3-1, and Cooler's just running away with the score. And I just think, Cypher is picking the wrong moments to kind of extend himself. Certainly not at the Mega. It didn't need to happen, and he's done that twice now. But last time, he needs to do some initial damage. He needs to get a railgun or a good rocket to start the fight off with, and so far it's Cooler that's landing the good shots. Well, only 30 seconds now. Cooler has to hold on to his 2-point lead. And he can just run that timer down if he wants to.
take some shards, give him that extra boost, and cypher will go to him because he's the one that has to chase. He has to make these frags in the last 15 seconds of the game. Does he know where Cooler is? Yes, he does. He will land the first rail. Now, searching away. There's a second one. Brilliant one as well. And cypher's going to have to find him. He's going to have to catch him. Only 5 seconds to go. That rail will miss. And as cypher drops down, Cooler will even kill himself. But it won't matter. It finishes 2-1. And Cooler will take the lead here in the series 2-1. And he only needs one more map from the remaining 2.
Yeah, it's very, very stressful situation for cypher to be in, but it's kind of weird because cypher has looked, a lot better than this so far. I mean, the Grand Finals performance has been a lot weaker than his overall tournament performance. And you don't know if we can credit that to Cooler just playing so good, because every time you play a different opponent, they will, they control the game and can make you play differently, or are we looking at cypher not playing that great? But either way, we'll find out. Because I think this map is going to be great for cypher. It gives him, because what cypher hasn't had on any of the maps is constant fighting. And the one thing that cypher can do better than most people is when he just constantly fights, he puts out more damage than anyone else and probably receives the least. So this map giving cypher a chance to just constantly shoot, just constantly keep shooting at his opponent. If he keeps hitting, he'll probably walk away with it. And so far, even Cooler on this map so far has been out-aimed by a few opponents in the tournament. Strengths being one of them, I do believe. Sparty was another. So cypher could be a third person to knock him around this map. We'll have to find out.
Well, the players just having a quick run around, but I'm sure they won't be long in readying themselves up. And obviously, Aero Walk coming into Quake Live is, of course, a Quake 3 map before, and even before that as well in the Quake series, been around for years, so it's great to have it here in the map pool for Quakecon. And we've seen actually some great games on Aero Walk throughout this tournament. Probably be